Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace both the input and the output speed sensors on this 2004 Chrysler Sebring. It has an automatic transmission. This procedure is basically the same for many Chrysler and Dodge vehicles with automatic transmission. You'll need new sensors from 1AAuto.com, a flat blade screwdriver, and a 1-inch socket with a ratchet and a small extension. So you're going to remove your airbox. Loosen that clamp. There's also usually another bolt down where his forearm is that holds the airbox to the frame, but you can see, remove the sensor, the hose, and then pull the airbox up and out. The input sensor is right down below two transmission lines closer to the engine, and you just pull up on a tab and pull it off. Use a 1-inch socket and a short extension. And turn counterclockwise and take that sensor out. And once you get it going, it's usually pretty easy to get in there with your hand and just unscrew it that way. On the left is the new one from 1A Auto, an exact match, and will install and plug in just like the original. Not a whole lot of mystery here. Put your sensor back in place, make sure the O-ring is on the sensor properly, and tighten it up by hand first. And you don't want to over tighten these. You want them around 9 to 12 foot-pounds. So put your socket, ratchet, and extension on there. Kind of tighten it until you get some resistance, and then tighten another 1/8 of a turn or so. And reach down and make sure you securely reconnect the harness. And your output speed sensor is down kind of closer to the tire on the outside, and there is a connector you see pull back on the tab and disconnect. Use a 1-inch socket on a ratchet and just pretty much get down in there. It's a little bit tight, but you can pretty much fit it right down in there, and counterclockwise. And once you get the sensor coming out, you can usually grab it by hand and spin it the rest of the way out. And the original sensor on top, new one from 1A Auto on the bottom, exactly the same. And remove the old O-ring if it stays behind. And no real mystery here. Thread your new sensor in place, make sure it has the O-ring correctly installed on the sensor. Tighten it up by hand first, and then like the other one, tighten it, get it seated, and then tighten another 1/8 of a turn or so between 8 and 12 foot-pounds. And reconnect your connector. And you can see with big hands like this, you kind of have to plug it in by feel, so we struggle with it a little bit, but then just get it into place and plug it in. And then we'll reinstall our airbox and tighten up the clamp that holds the intake hose to the throttle body. Reconnect the hose and reconnect any of the sensors you might have disconnected. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.